Greetings to the viewers. I'll be contong al told na contong na. Ani many along ko sign te be palantero te be NjiE kanjang. Ngal contong. Be Sunday morning na. Komen kafri amendro. Sulaning kunjaro na wato surrounding time to time. Abe finila nane. Abe na Gambia no update la. Mone be caring. Gambia bango kang. Ana barola masakunda. Abe mone kono. Sulaning kunjaro do mane sato la bone sato la Gambia di wale solo. Let me go to the recap of this tonight midnight programs, and then it's an agency now do no, program on in corner, and going jaliba kwade kakul for nyamendro yama rondo bole no. So I'll be now be tonight on midnight. So Adama Barrow about on the Seedy NjiE and the current CDS by monitor under the microscope. By monitor monela, what is the intention of Yaja Melanian Buruhaha audios? Surani Kunjaro left on elaborate like Doman Dindro. Government also pay attention to that. Why? Yamne is releasing all these audios. New waraje Jumale MAI Fati blackmail. Seedy NjiE MAI Fati lakata yemunafai. When did MAI Fati is going to get his employment letter as the Minister of Interior as promised? So new waraje Adama Masakunda, the IEC, the Immigration Department, even planning toward 2026 presidential elections. And then they must talk about my journey and experience in the Gambia politics. I will elaborate a little bit about that. And the last but not the least, the politics of deceptions. Gambia no need aware from the politicians. That will be the last topic of tonight. Badungal bulaning jale baya bori domanding. Zina lawang ko lato nyita ka kisikisi tong jale ba banya dile yamaro. Alanga ta awon bori. Johnson the moment balana Florida lo anigulu bala Momo kafori ke doku lebe man Yamaro Warbon Mbe fenkal mbe ask for the UMC la money, United Movement for Change. Jawra e blue la sara ani white. So we call it blue and then white for peace. Alimaje Birikama. So, let's just get into the program. Akamna do Islamic kunjaro lo kuntun tonyin tambita na kibaro nyinta e domandin jalan na inbox okono kabana marida parade. Whilst Adama Barrow about a nationwide toll over $50 million has been blown for no reasons. Okay, tonight on midnight, so Adama Barrow is Seedy NjiE. Adama Barrow is in a trap. About trap kanyadi. Ningameno le kill la moishla ninkunjaro la revelation ola. Ibe dala denu ndukula lanyo wata kono. but most of the Gambians like ego, it might inform, and they don't want to be informed. It only made to Lamiro and in the reality was totally different. Adama Barrow been under microscope of Seedy NjiE and in CDS. Now I remember the Adama Barrow Lamansa plan was Puruka ka soldier nyenta ka reform under CDS chinte me alonko a reform jama bale start non to do the process. At later part of the Suwato political bina sila ya Adama Barrow ne ka tandiko ne fawa karen tamon jata ne la APRC and then kaje ko ka tandi Adama Barrow la ko ni ko be soldier ya be reform ke la soldier kundato itina carve sotla majority of Jamela loyalists. Meaning ko Jamme Gambela soldier bungo aya institute no nyame aya bille ko how he wanted. This is why Adama was able to use the Gambia armed forces as a weapon against citizens. So nana na nyina tani Adama Barrow la ko ni ko be reform on not la santa be kele obstacle because election of Elabinaka, and therefore you have to change the narrative. The security reform issues just go out of it. So what security reform in Adama Barrow advice to remove Mome along kwa bolo kwenye NjiE kan walam CDS chinte nyendi. Inadna jumala sende nanje walen drama nyendi. Drama fanabije because this was part of the another agenda during 2016 coalitions after the elections. Both international community, including ECOWAS, even European Union, will phone the Adama Barrow Lamansa Kundala Puruka Gambela security reform and then even more menu sindila will love family la services nyanta jola certain amount of money la Adama Barrow okolo nyenta. Due to Seedy NjiE la plan with the coalition with the APRC kaini nketumo menarek, especially in Jola communities, it a carte because majority of them are within the militaries. So Adama Barrow not nine in a buy. So if Adama Barrow push kang, it will fake Adama Barrow la political agenda be ole push kang. But in turn, you need a special agenda le shut up. Come on. Now me check test jemo bina Bangkok and test jemo bina Bangkok and yadi la be bolan the military la Seedy NjiE be plan with the current CDS. Ni succeed. Ya jame benyi audio men bacon and ya jame need just a small a minor violence within that country. Adama Barrow will regret it for the rest of his life. The haircut. Adama Barrow la batutalia yela bino chod nanga nka ofela lafta madala. Seedy NjiE in the current CDS NjiE a greetings na brother. Ibe changemen keka within the Gambia top brass in the militaries. In the so-called the promotions, NjiE la promotion of Bekanada Nyame, Ibela Molel Takan K Institute how they want it in case of any violence. But thanks to the Adama Barrow advice, I may advise to go to UN or ECOWAS to demand Pruka ECOMOC like ECOMOC soldier on Yankela staying in Taka extend Gambia until 2026 presidential elections, including Suntu Ture. Suntu is a smart guy. Like it or not, he's a political scientist. So, during Adama Barrow, some of the advice in Indiana, Adama Barrow is playing double standard. With the so-called Kataka Jamela family in visit no during Seedy NjiE nata the term and condition in ya Jamme mentioned the one and before during the 2021 presidential election. Yene for ya jamme ko. Ya jamme la plano na la Seedy na la Seedy esol be men ko to wala nyende ko. They have to build the Gambia Armed Forces how they want to come and jamme atu nyame ba maintain na wala nyama. Some of the people many alako Adama Barrow la Masakunda eri in state. Many alako they are former Jamela victims. Adama Barrow la Masakunda do retire the whole colony. Even though the retirement what on Mansi. Don't be including drama. Don't be I won't mention their names now. Because we'll need come for the city. But the charm is the current CDS at a retirement age. But who is this charm? He's directly working for Jame within the army, Seedy NjiE. Ida do ko bola ke gang. Adama Barrow. Adama Barrow. Aken abenji de kan. La mo kan. Ning Adama Barrow me chiku. Mama Adama Barrow la masakunda kom kata mentally because of the corruption of Membeji. And I deliberately, a victimal ignore nyameng in the name of politics. Probably men and nyame about a power in very men and no power kono nyame in the Gambia. I didn't hate him as a person, but because of the Masakunda Sambaka nyame, I hate it with passion. But Ning Adama Barrow may take a regret for the rest of his life because Munekera Ning succeed shortly before the election. The women could a minor violence in Adama Barrow. Mark my word. Seedy NjiE in this current city is in a best slaughter. Ya Jamelani audio is putting anger on some of the military officers, the loyalists, many anonko, a WhatsApp group also to make communicate and new moment being based center gang. These are the current CDS and Seedy NjiE is behind it. I remember the nationwide to Kataka military barracks of met. I remember CDS Leo he only conduct no sometimes ago. Another Masakunda, another ebe dilemma and Nime Cheku, you will regret it for the rest of your life. This is just a general warning to Adama Barrow current and ya jamelani audio like a release na there's a motive behind it. If they create a minor violence in that country, you are gone. Because they surrounded you also. Yela Masakunda ya be surrounded with their loyalists. Ye Moli Institute like every far length and breadth within the Gambia military barracks, many ananko. If any violence occurred, Adama Barrow, you are in a mess. Standing kunyara kwa warning in Canada before 2026 presidential elections. The second topic of the is that my party move by no. Jamal my party blackmail. Almost a year ago, I got the information called Seedy NjiE. I my party meet no with Musa Drame, your delegation of Kiakano, Katanalako. You know what? I don't know if I can Masakunda already suffer. You can already suffer that Abina Munekela. A city, my party promised a ministerial position. I think I once spoke about it. But yeah, my party ni wato anabaro binari shuffle kala wato mena na ben jumale fi wala ni current CDS ni wato of police IG. My party is Seedy NjiE ya blackmail ko anabaro lafte kala interior ministeriality. Instead, Ablai Sanyam Bonina the police IG yala samana the as an interior minister. Indo Bonina anabaro ya bitam Bonina immigration department as samana as the police IG. My party bula in a dilemma. So near my party that turn NjiE start to change or time on toward Adama Barrow la Mansakunda. But silent now money for a video. Ye men from my party, what there was no communication between MAI and Adama Barrow. So Adama Barrow na MAI na bring Adama Barrow Mansakunda ni approach and Adama Barrow Mansakunda kuloga. Adama Barrow na promise na kai Barrow after 2026 presidential elections. So buddy Iba Tandila Mola Lako, you already endorsed the MPP government. Even though Hanna Tara Adama Barrow to contest like this 2026 election. There's another plan. I just want to mention with that one. Adama Barrow plan is to run plan B. But war is good for the Gambians. I don't want to go to that. A plan B, I know it. I've been blocked on a so, but I'm not going to talk about it. So remember my party so my party nada show up like I don't know endorse after 2026 the NPP government my party is promised to become at least in order to do the security reform, they need my party as interior minister to deal with oppositions as well. Yeah, plan on them. And as Keno, my second line now before the 2026 presidential election as interior minister. I don't know about usual against the opposition political parties because it will let the militaries, the police are directly under the Ministry of Interior. They use them to abuse the citizens. So in basically, one of my parties and the fuck up vibrate could come for so yeah, black men. I don't know about every promises and yet fulfill that. So I'll say make sure that my party in a position of idea. I don't know about the third one. I don't know about Mazakunda. And then the Gambia police, sorry, the immigration department and IEC. Ibemona court. Monebe block. In Bemonella. Opposition political party. Then opposition political party soul. If I don't about politics with deception, you will come as a deception in the innocent Gambian taxpayers in the name of promises. That will be another topic for tonight. The immigration department, the Adama Barrow IEC, and the Adama Barrow government, a secret meeting is sort of like based on the data collected. I'm going to speak about this once again. For Gambia opposition political party show, many they are just going personally with United Movement for Change or Unite Movement for Change. I don't know what I'm plan. I'm not going to agenda. These are the people. Many are not going to challenge near the Amala. So I don't know what I'm name IEC. Your data collection or like the current IEC the immigration head at Gambia for the rest of your life. The current NjiE dealer director, they created a different data. The data Yemen create, I can create Nunyama and in this time around is quite different. I want the opposition political parties. Alika brag this attestation of Bango Kanjam. Think about it. The Adam Barola Mansakunda another plan. They have created a data whereby the national documents of Kadi foreign and this is going to be a special data. This data is about a little after the presidential elections. The same data women collected with the immigration department, they are about shared with the Gambia IEC. Remember this IEC, Nanyum voters card me Jumala Cardera. Nanga India Matala a few months ago, or almost a year ago. The NjiE, the same information, or the many Gambia ID card name produced, the Similex company, or the same company like a Gambia ID card name, money at the Similex company in the project near extend. Because of your data member in 2021 presidential election, it is only Similex like company with IEC and Arango will create. But we want to include NjiE attestation because they produce a number of attestation we need to approve a vote in 2021 presidential elections. But those attestation and those information they may use including ila non-existent polling stations. Ibe udata le collect council. With the current data, you may create foreign direct Gambia identity card. The same data you will fix with the IEC, and this has to be reflected on the registration data. Gambia voters registration or supplementary registration. And Adama Barrow Mansakunda is demanding the previous election or the number of votes may register on this time around. The demand can need parity like data collection. The demand is going to be almost in millions registered voters when they vote in 2026 election. Are you aware of this one? The opposition political parties. Now, the opposition political parties. Alinyanda the Adama Barrow current. I'll remember ko. The Electoral Act me alonko be jamina time in 1997 Constitution is the same electoral law still exists, and that is going to be used in 2026 presidential election. I'll be muna falling non out loud. I'm going to get a agenda. Ne be in a special program because what on your temple back about the mobile about him as here. Make a special program nga elaborate more on how they created this. And during the election, registration are still going on. The data control are still going on. From now on, near the Adama Barrow almost 36 point something billion in proposed for 2026 election. He knows the reason why they demand certain amount of money from central bank in preparation of the 2026 presidential elections. No can elaborate the details in coming months. The energy the tank can follow how to tackle with them. So new about my journey, but then can follow. The politics of deceptions, the Gambia many alanko, in Canada Malia. Gamanola nyanta kunina de silang. Adama Barrow la nyin laino al nyin rawono min beke Gambia bacon. A beke endless promises leti. From 2021 presidential elections, Adama Barrow le findita moli. Ako Brikama nkolio abe wireless solenat in Brikama. Free Wi-Fi. Better resident in the mobile on direct internet connection is going to be free. A motor brigada provincial town and villages are Kweko. Me garden no dole de dala le jimbola de kafa smart garden. Ibetara Nigeria le la smartphone e tare block on drum. Ya ma na garden kare maji bo de ke buton press le garden on yeta I jibo. Since then, nothing had happened in that country. Those poor farmers all many are going to be in Gambia last year. Till do kutala fa banda. Till from man sano Gambia la kolokona. Around Barrow for like $50 million. I will blow wrong 2 weeks. Cafe for no. Many bad like cafe committee and mole organize like been trip car neck like can beg him. Yo cable Jamal membe kono je bela side chick in your lekata. Eka beg you know the political round on you gonna 5 and 10. Yela kodobula la jibo kono. Dolbeji kela musol to shol kono. Ika you had opposition political party shall kana begin. Allah had and contribution ala kamendila. Ika model even oppositional color. No message kubalaga. Ika chepel taida mal ni kanyo sabasilo ka beki general in nationwide to. Another man sakunda fele 50 million ya blow in 2 weeks. 90% of many alokepela ibe use kan political ningono. Uli ya beki general. Instead, ka ukodo nyinta farmers of the till fele many alokechanda kadaki compensate. Imakeno. Le plan fele mano dabe kolearing. Banko kam balu dabe kolearing. How many youths are dying? Kulun jelleng alkamenji news Ibrahim migrant na payo into how many youth like abonangame on daily basis minana ko baba cross ke be fakande satol kono kulun be boyla ibe duna spain ni suma akono musu jelle botana gunjuru kono be ana dingo adim fule bebula da back on if let us spend to mamena because ate kuranta le jannabe fotala je afata adim fule men yala ko dimena wal ni dunda Senegal muso fela be take care kan in Spain, and these are from directly from Gambia gonjo dolbe bola nyomi. So Adama Barrow lani endless politics of deception na opposition party so nga yango bafana de la every month or every year bakala 5 million a dealer every water if they elected Honorable Adama. When did the UDP start politics of deception? When was that? When did that started? The norm of the political party like UDP, Olivana started like a blackmail. A taxpayers, this is the only Gambia whereby a taxpayer soul, not tax, nkamenjo, nga dealer, nyeto mumpuria doku, ya moronega, I respect. He did a fantastic job in the country. But why are you blackmailing those people? Again, in the name of politics. Gamenol nyandamen understand na wala nyandego. Ngamole menu tombong ni kenyato. In a slave or lemon. They are our servants. Ye anything Kenya, in ma kentolere, in the nyan tole what the Puria Kenya. And ika kolome na rekavanga ine Charlie, ma bondi la personal jibokon. Ale taxi menjo yole tana, aliko taxi menjo manza kunda kone kole munda la dola jaman jang. Anila employee, may employ. Akejo mena kari ni sangota da fa banta. The finance department ikatalele taxi verify. Ikela taxi verify ika ajibele masakunda ka calculate le. Inyanda 19% le jol every month. Including your rental facility, cranking facility, Arbeitslosengeld. Niota foi parida ila fliga. Niota e parita. Sawa kone ka calculate yajibe foi menjo adasata la wala tambita na tambita masakunda la finance amtka continent ika be continent ya murundi ne kan the last 3 years ngana tax verify from 2019 to now 4,000 euro yole murundi nanka because na status what on be single. But after ngana status ni change from 2019 kaje kon fududale na tax class was automatically changed from tax class 1 to tax class 3. Inana kodome muruni na kambringo verify because nibe tax class 1 ika menjo akasiala dan la ni change as a married person. Iko kodonye mbe muruni na kambe. Ndema mfindinga da omaza kundana mange thanks for doing that. This is my sweat. Na mendoku. Yaje kunga kodomen dila. Yela community developer le pareta. Ya muruni nanka yaje kunga menjua siatane. So the only Gambia legiting, Gambia damalen banko di mialanko. Ika taxpayer so jela la taxi njua di maza kundala doko chale fanna fale la kolbe kia kono. Yemuru kote ke sarali londi oman sali ye jo. Oman se la kodo muruni ne kan kote ke kafa kunga ine chale. Gamenol mansaman la doku lalet ale momo sindi o banko kan all benam kabira central government or whatsoever government abema la servant already momo kana si banko kan bi ale men ki nyaade ikene kal neni gambe non na level tambita wala sago Sakonga mo useless in women just internet. Need them the made when a big garamanyata ya safe ya fainega. Gabo go back to school. Well, my intelligent one. They don't even they are not even creative in mind. They are not even independent in mind. But memo problem on the Gambia politics is bigger and darker than a normal individual. People like us to understand. This is just sad, but I'm moving on anyway. So this is the topics I'm mentioning on tonight. Gamelo nyanda aware that Sri Lanka jeko ale momo to nyande manja. They are not doing anything, any favor for anybody. Nye talent ke jo to do the job. Puro al deol menika ulu wala fijo. Momo na daka kwale ko nale nyike mene kila alafa ake why not now ita kela. Mune be balla kauke. Yeah. For the last 3 years, munat ne more keno. But why? Because of political another endless promises in Mina. Come on, Gambia lamp cool near the Tambila wala, you know. So so this is the topic for night. For tonight, Mbarangaji and Joanna. Wally. Guy not general, but you know. Gambia Dingolo, this is my personal view pertaining to my experience in the Gambian politics. And this other information I'm going to elaborate more in coming. Welcome to the midnight show, you know.
Wait till the midnight show, boy. Flanding Punyaro Malo from a water Jumale.
No,
No. Take a free Saturday so Nebukado. Okay.
No, make film have a break in the neck, you know.
Yeah.
This time,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah, let night soccer interest like anyway. It is very nice, important about it. So we can be point blood folk and nak bilay. Magane yalo maybe use the ibukan yenka di ambarola kula bagi because the reason why, you know, Magane Gambia is very sad, you know, to be honest. Bilay, just
I'm
look at
telling
Barrow
you.
in Fonyi. Barrow Jube Fonyi. Yalong Niko Bafala story be jamfalale. The reason why Muka diamu Barola kola because Marjane, Birintol Bay start jam, we all talk about what is going on in the Gambia. Government
Right.
na cool betaka nyameng.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way, na ba nyama, natar cool ba nyama.
Yeah.
Ntol BBB nin separate, we should all focus on government. You
What
understand? Either Duzen Dabo or Yankuba Dabo is not in the government. Our problem is not either Yankuba Dabo or Hussein Dabo. But the real
Absolutely.
fact is, let's
Yeah.
the UDP leadership famo ntemang kontani wolela because bring cool fenketa yajele kukilim beje mon nyanta ka jube baake ka korosi. You see that information ila media secretary nying Mr. Sekou Kamara. Yaje bri place diala. That guy have intelligence, believe me. Bri place diala can main influence party la supporters all kang and in party for kang. It seems like it's trying to tell them that forget about everything, focus on our agenda. Fight our party, right? I understand.
But
The police is trying to change. No, come yalong wulo kwokere nyawanya foya for maybe the intelligence that those type of people ni also party kono drong aka party faline aka party mentality faline even
I
ila
know.
media ila respond ya understand on the other issue but makia ni ndara jube fanan ihani kita follow hada madi mo follow la miti ko kono buka tama ye political understand il faut mo nyantalo na ko party like UDP ol berada banko kanne because kudol be kala mansa kunda nyante kala aka ke pari aka itelle ka press mansa kunda bu keke no bari yalla mun na tan disappoint fanan demanding yalong ne pabi fongo korosi pabi fonde nte be bolante pabi lo nyameng pabi ka sabarindilo pabi mu sabarindila li birin for so many years ko ku na lafta kala ku jaw birin pabi je dron ako talib is a betrayer the same has Barrow andu ngaji ko ala es dabu fanan nata ka finti dron talib is not a betrayer ngaji la ko aka munta la ko samato me yankuba dabo ka use pabi yolo use bari de pe naka bulo men ala es dabu ka ta wala mu pati la ta maram bulo tinga men tuje. You understand? There is something like I encode that. But it could have been this way. Pabi nyanta for men for them. Ale forget Talib la tata le nyina tala. Let's focus in our party agenda. Let's fight our party agenda. You understand? But right now, Mbeja has I'm talking to you. Nga men fango feel. Akamunta lako somebody tell Pabi that kafa nyina Talib fangola. You understand? So akamunta adamuta je I could start le. Akamunta sa ila focus right now. The party itself is focused on 2026. Puruka Baba Samba State House. According to them. You understand? But being important to Mark Jane, we should all focus on Barrow. The reason why people like me don't talk about Barrow, because even the leadership, intol ngake mendi wolum kanyo noma. Birin kulsal because ila media general ngajele ko dolbi je ka foko ambe talib bula nyaadi but ma jane the disappointing side of the story is UDP began for so many years. When they fought and the others, they have been focused on Talib when we are all UBDP. They had even one fighting the Bensuda issue to Leba Kelekan. So this is, you say, Wali, forget about this issue, focus on what is happening. But you are the same person going to Wendifa comment saying something about Bensuda. The best thing is Mark Jane. We have to be honest. Let's all gather one place and talk to each other. We are just a different opinion. We are one family. So we put everything aside and focus each other's political party. Because anything can happen. This, I have no bad feeling against anybody. You understand? But this is what I expect. But woman caring. Saying gasta lebe caring. And when you have miracle, like I'm from, like we all know America is the world power, is the superpower. But some people too have their way to defend themselves against US. You understand? So UDP is the biggest political party. They have everything. We also have something that can destroy UDP votes in some other areas. If I don't know, if I don't also the Mialanko is Mulbali, is UDP for Nambali no cartela. You understand? So, but people, the only thing me understand la. Momo la hakilo ba fato bala ay banko kanu. Abela fela UDP frangatare balurin pour que mansa kunda press ni mansa kunda lafta kudo kala molla. Dunia beto le la molla. Even US like council, British council, ni UDP safero ke bolo jubi la paria. Because it's the second biggest opposition party in the country. Sometimes you need to accept the fact. You understand? But remember your politics of deception. Nga yankuba yalo yankuba ate man kodo le soto. Magana ni man kodo soto. Ite ka fa ibe kudo le kala kamol nene. Yankuba be men naten kodo le tabulu. Yalo wantim beje ala hadama dingo. Magana kodo te yankuba bulu. Yankuba te mo nene no la. Kodo te yankuba bulu because that area kan sumbuko ote yankuba kele no la fentiti. Yankuba ka subsen no memfo about Barrow nyanda ka kodo men diala o government le kodo me yalon ko nyanda ka diala o fonkol olte mo sambala barote ko dila yanko baro femfembe yanko bas
no but mazakunda be dikane ibe dikane
marjane femfembe ngalo be baro local government local matu ngo femfembe ngalo ka yanko bala samba nyato le o brikama area council samba nyato yanko ba fango yalon ne katka foko ato soto la baro bulu baro bo dila
yalo master yalo Africa la politique be wala nyama because Adama Barrow baji la ko ninga yindi na opposition party le kuke o banko kan ni sulata o bulu penna ita dilana. That's the African politics. Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah, yalo même problème to yalo Marjane kuklimbo fole ya understand ye baroje Marjane billahi wallahi tala birim baye wulu man sakundaje men dangerous tak baro la man sakundaje yalo wanti Marjane ni mber UDP wato men nta men sita nka folo ko a bad government of UDP movement nata man betea wala fisata baroti you know the yalo wanti beje people need to understand Marjane ni tam baro bondi hani badi bu kiyang ibota dame fo jaralam bang alkaliya you may lose it. Believe in that. Even alkalo sif men fango beje atol la satel alkaliya nying ibina nyo sabala lale because baro nyol be korop lale baro nyol is the yalong ya jambele time kudo le beje mi yalong ko kodo bu kol simol baro nyol man sakunda believe tam na wolom they will put money on you mi yalong ka be ko fango jahasila you understand so right now itaka kodo men fo nyanta kadi yankubala ukilimbo folede yankubalo area council nying is the richest area council but nyanta ka men understand yalo kudol fango beje brikama fango be fonga start mfanam be campagne bulala yankuba kanna for time men kana malaika for time brikama jida police station o ma fanna mbali to mel bebeje albe beje la facebook to mba be salale yankuba ndolo mam campagne stara kama folode ay ate fanan kukilim beje mol yamiral ko Marjane we don't hate this man we encourage our family members to vote for yankuba. We encourage everything.
Don't campaign.
We campaign. Marjane until 8 family members because I live in Lamen around Lamen Mafana. Banyunding 8 family members of me vote for Yankuba. Nge encourage ka carte fire. With all that yalla kudol le fam bije fam. Mol bije ni kordal sang. Kayta dol le bije kede da bankle. Mo jama bije mi yalla ko ka complain ala. We try to manage and solve those issues Yankuba fam makala muta. Mi yalla ko mus dole bije ka risito dila. Bala risito ni na dila. Yo akwa mala kudol le katarje modol bije buka kontan akare so mendiala yalla srawlo jamala complainta ni korda sang ni tata kodojo eko banku jamala bije ndol damma yo cool fight le tiktok ngoko kelele nga diam nga follow fo kudol bije a ceng telefon ya ona san ol be buka fo ibuka ko be fo social media Kudol bije ka solfle do because what mo be party kono be party kono ni solfle bar yalo mem bije muna ken mayan ko ba ma ko wolom ko ma ndol bije nte wali ani modal ndolo ma kanu men ka wolom ko ni akorosi natar ko yankuba bulo man dum kab UDP fango fara fulati ate mune kata talibe findita party kono ate dam mala mu UDP le executive member men ka talib noma ka fo ko gambeno nale carte fay talibi ko albe ni misalale adam male yofo bon natar ko ate mo dolti anyanta yankuba adanta talib fango tentula good luck because abota party kono kairo la kono good luck to your future you understand as well as ala mo ko tengol ni mo ko tengol mo ke bar ni aja be kelola hana abota party kono aya feel la ko ngo yankuba le UDP fara na man dia menye wala be jente wala fo bar be mem fala fana be men kala wala ma fa man do ko man birka ma ke North Korea to South Korea de bar ndol fana be mun kala wala fana jareta la nga ka fo MPP ma ka fight fra fana ay muru Angleterre komi ndol be bata men kono Gambia fana nga muru kono fana mo kala no, Magana, believe me, Magana, I will never support this Yankuba Dabo. We will not, this government, Yankuba Dabo government, tell Tado support. La kana, tell Yankuba Dabo Mansakunda Jidang.
I absolutely reserve my comment in that part. Commentela, I'm a very funny person. Wally, I know a lot in terms of these issues. There are so many accusations of what Honorable Dabo. I have it with me. So, but I'm not going to do that. I decided same people will be like a name in time, but Kelaten and Nalin came in a Kelaten. Olemenvola is so terrible. But Gambia politics is darker than an ordinary individual like me to understand. There are few individuals, they are aware of this one. There will be another battle within themselves, and let's care about it. But I will not be sitting down here. People are deceiving Gambians or whatsoever reasons. Because it can never Gambia on ever got for Wally, more many alanko, I hardly mention names, actually. Many alanko, they are going against Talib. I feel so sad about it because they don't have any reasons to go so personal. Even Katafala private life in Gaza. And one more for NjiE, from majority of them, everybody wish to be like him. Yalo, Adama Benjamin, Momo make Kele, Mentara Kakuni for us to pass. Near for Adama Barrow. Adama Barrow's position is far better than mine. He's better than mine. I wish to be like him. But Mbakela, in a way, far better than him, what he is doing in that country. So I feel somehow jealousy about him. So NjiE be nyimol mbeka that Talib nova. Ibe kumole for even a man sort of fun. Because he has feeling to be like him. Jealousy be jealous. They are feeling UDP is the next government. And everybody a chance in sort of Purukana out loud. While it is surrounding Mekela Kuku, the Ngaja continue to be the same position also. And you need another day, you have your very close associates. So the jealousy in me, Nimang Gambia feature debated by usual against you. None it is for thing for, Wondol Bay for. Gambia ding na continue battle. Gambia ding na Jawya Alikwali. Gambians, the Gambianola ego, will have no bank on to develop now. Well, this is the study. Well, there are certain things being the cover media to jump. There are certain things being a memoir to Lola, them blue laring job, if you laring bulletin tech. I cannot just mention that.
But Marjan, yala one thing begin personally, I reach out to in top level of the movement. Now and the Olamko. Anyway, personally, I don't like them to go for
Talibla movements, NjiE, these united movements. They are not in for any personal politics. Il agenda money be youth man only encourage to get involved in politics. While in the sila jang kontama la youth man ola, kakena leader. But you still that youth, you campaigning for that youth to vote for you because you want to better their life.
Yes, but you don't want them to be part of my question is, I have seen UDP executive members all, but Mamoji me along Kewala is 55 years. I be youth so letter. So the people telling us that youths are not deep. But Nina Alfong selection, Alcatomondiro Megala Patikono. albo ke balta alka dinni won letter.
You
Because
see,
the campaign manager,
wala
the organizing secretary, and others, all
youth
them, you understand? Yeah.
niaje youth
So,
manual from be discourage ka banko ka kulungota ka finti because nkanyeta nilako we don't have any plan for them. But
yeah, anyway,
you
yes.
cannot campaign, to better my future or the future generation to come when you don't have any trust in me. How
Yeah,
can you
definitely.
empower me if you don't have any
That's
trust?
gonna be difficult. Yeah, that's
So
that's very difficult.
this concept,
Yeah,
French president Macron, he was the youngest president within all the opposition political party, including other party members. But they were elected as the president. And
yeah.
French politics you cannot compare with the Gambia. Gambia is just a small town in
Small country, two
France.
million people.
The
Yeah,
number of people living in Paris is 3 times more than Gambia.
yeah, definitely.
So this is just a game. What I'm
Yeah,
Gambia politics is dark.
what I'm trying to say.
They will prefer to be to be opposition because a political party in the Gambia, majority of them don't be it can name it use, but it can use it as a source of income.
Yeah, definitely.
As a source of income. While after the kind of allegation coming after 2021 election is terrible, very
Yeah,
terrible. But I'm not gonna talk about that one.
yeah, but
Anyway,
the yeah.
ikoka
Mhm.
allegation in taka landital bensunagang. I raise a question mark, but
Yeah.
thank God
Yeah, but
nobody answered the
Marjana, I want you
question.
to highlight something here. Like, it's going to be very
Tanvi is
important.
very
Not that,
decent. And
yeah,
then
yeah.
one thing I like about him,
Mm-hmm,
I will if I Nintelemati
mm-hmm,
every interview with the journalist,
mm-hmm.
any question raised, Kajeko, if the question or if the double question on in a race la to what talent, Nintelemati mba ignore. I like
Exactly.
him last
Thank
answer
you.
I Mendila.
Yeah, yeah.
Fabi
No,
love
Marjana,
Fabi
what I'm
love
trying
that boy.
to just before you go
Fabi
so
really
long.
loved that boy with a passion. Well, a
Yes,
jealousy not in Mona Sondome,
more
Model
kono
Sondome
for
Tinga.
Sayala and the Fabi Yakoto. Saying left and in For me
Yes.
personally, I went too far. I
Mm-hmm.
ngani tandila konte. I don't like them to talk about Dabo. Akabuka niya ufu abuka dianya because yalong
Exactly.
Marjana nka mira ulum ko nimmo tata fire kata yala niola yeng. Anu
Yeah.
akadanta nyala la nfango yaje nyala le not media. Mbe
Yeah.
Gambia le nga be witness le. So
Right.
saying natar content te besi talam ko aya kata Gambia yenne
Mm-hmm.
aya la new di aya ba if ku beke. Anyway, kult ketala fanan na karola mel yalon ko you may not like them but for you understand but ni nata kon ay men kata ani ala kata ko fom futata jang. Ubunya ne
Mm-hmm.
horomo kan we need to respect that one. So anyway, ntenga feel le ko and
Mm-hmm.
maybe you may agree with me on that. Kon like purunga fem for dabo fongola I don't think it's ama wota like right now ngami right intela jero to jam. You
I
understand?
look. If you really understand the Gambia politics, he doesn't deserve to. He doesn't even deserve to be a firm farmer. In a sense, I don't know what I know. You
Yeah.
understand? So something because of this fracas may happen. This division may happen to say something about Dabo. Wally, do you know that there's a delegate many along from nationwide
Yeah.
to meet this old man pertaining to these flag bearer issues? Look, well, I'm not going to go. We know
Abebu
enough. We
kafo.
don't want to go to that end. I know the people behind that. So the respect Pabi have for this young man, I love them with a passion, absolutely with a passion. And the same respect this young man, I Pabi ni mutawala yam. Nindela madiji journalism interview. Nia nyininga any question na the same answer I meant the you respect the man and ala father lamati is a fatherly figure to him and a
But
hero
okay.
and a mentor. Period.
Yeah.
Anything about this one, Adama Barrow is
Okay. Anyways,
our
I
listener.
into our
But
conclusion. Simple for
any
simple
counter
for
attack,
yeah.
any allegations should be counter attacked.
Yeah.
Any allegations, women militant or lahajolati. Militants, diamolalo, anything that and I'm very good in counter attacking. All on airspace
Sai
of control counter
sai
attack.
left ka yin kamun na ulam ko. Sai
Yeah.
how do you see come like uh ngajele ko people who are trying to compare Talik with Yankuba. And until we are competing with president. And Yankuba is not competing with president.
Well, if I'm
We are
going
not
to tell you
disabled.
this fact, I don't want to make any comparison between Taliban and anybody in that country. If I'm going to make any comparison, I will make sure that because both intend to run for a presidency, Adama
Yeah.
Barrow will be the person back compare with me. Therefore, I will compare myself with Adama Barrow because I'm NSGW pillar party leader. So I intend to run for a presidency. So Adama Barrow will target, not an individual and I'm elect. You understand?
Yeah.
So even I'm telling you this.
Yeah.
I reserve myself because while I hate injustice, especially not of within my associates at
Yeah.
all forms. You understand? So
Yeah.
I reserve myself. I have so many topics to deal with, but I go. Let me concentrate my family
So
first.
what
What one thing for in Ghana don't
I
forget
just give the
about
advice
yourself,
to
about your
okay.
family.
Mm-hmm.
Every more especially in Diamolala.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I learned a lot, Wally.
Yeah,
I
I see
learned
that.
absolutely a lot within these previous years, Nimu Diamolati, number one, nobody will trust you. They can say all kind of issues against you. But
Mm-hmm.
even more general for me, information on let me learn from this. Look, Bamamas, let me take an example from Bamamas. Bamamas was very close to me. In fact, when I got the information to Kafu Bamamas, you know what? He even personally, look, Mark, go to your platform, attack. And you fought so hard for this country. Your position, you deserve to work at anywhere on the Gambia government. And for that being the reason, Mala, can this associate in the UDP to remain in a position? After the Janka from the platform, he's going to watch it. But being
Yeah.
I don't want to attack until on Fred, it
So
was
I
so
left
funny to me.
Marjana, I just want
I have
to
no
have
ill
a
will against anybody. I can protect them. There are many other people on the Yemen. I talk to them directly. This is what is going to happen.
no,
Even
maybe
in
they
a
don't know
position of
you.
happen, and they confirm it at later part of the show. This is exactly what is happening in Kotonyalam. No
Yeah.
ill will against anybody. Yet any aim, so that even Yankuba, if I have the power, I will just take him as the president. I have nothing. But the way we handle our politics, that's not the way it should be. Nobody eating the micromanage in order to do what you want. Even though
That's true.
ngalo member to ya fonye ngamwe ko member to, and then in Tony left like a model blackmail me follow so they don't know nothing about your plans. It could get blackmail with la personally.
5 million. Well,
I
Mark Jana
cannot do
5,
that.
5 million convention also. Anyway, Mark Jana take lafta men nyinin kala rek kolom. What itela miroto ila itela yamaro be kala munde because nga feel ko comme nande personally. Nga sile
Yeah,
nga mira an nga jele ko it's very very important pour moya hakilo to bage because in the future
yeah.
ndolni UDP we may need each other.
Because all the opposition political parties need each other in a sense that they are not our problem. Our problem is the government of Adama Barrow. Nte janinte bena time out alafang. Niaje my party fong my party fong ma.
Yeah,
Because
but
my put himself in a very funny situation. Because he a blackmail, he a nene. Due to the
yeah, but
financial
say my
condition.
party la support for buka di amala bakala quarter
They
bag
don't
because
even
sila mo
speak about it. There's no my party is supported and now it will main formally I don't Malafika Adam Barlama Sakunda support. Well you other opposition party will support party like UDP and UMC, It can
so what will
support.
be your what will be
Don't
your idea and your like of your advice come like supporter mele alonko nkanyo pong nkanyo no against and fanam we focus on only Talib or yang kupada or any other politician what it like mira roto ani ila yama roto it mune
focus
soten
on focus on UMC agenda. Talk to the masses. The Gambia current situation of Nyame. But any allegation against him, Mealanko, is totally unfounded and fabricated one. We have to counterattack it.
yeah but the problem is you like people said okay
Yeah.
let's say our party agenda Talib agenda but they are now they are on Talib too like any order it will fanam because because ani 3 o'clock will ta dol ton ka dol la comment jele ka Talib let Talib lem
Yala,
bro
yala,
Talib lem
look,
bro So
like
in the TikTok for to talibele mudro.
Nkame for no walam. Model BJ, ani wala musuli ba le kafale ko dabo. So it is similar thing is going toward talent. Even honey like girlfriend only a boy to some above like a talent.
Yeah,
That's
because the
normal
hotel
in
saga
Gambia,
day
especially
even
in
hotel
the
of ni news men fengeta ka foko blue blue ozone hotel. Ko man ta dawo da fa ita man news fango lo ita kata
no
ita ning
brother.
buro wul tay ko ben suda.
No brother. Let me no possible jele mol me alako. Look, Talib Baye do ko lake. He's
Oh,
well
no.
educated. He's so determined. He's very intelligent to invest in that country. And our family, they have every right to buy any land anywhere in the Gambia, as long as they have the
He fight
money.
injustice for UDP in
You understand?
Nigeria and many places last year.
Go to your parents. Let them do the same thing for you. Nemo Keno. Some of us are very unfortunate because we are poor family in sort. But that doesn't mean ko Nemo do five things or wala buy things or nyanta anyana because I found sort of wala ngana si yan kama sort of silol. How many umu killing ole many yalo ko found ka mol mentai yetali allocation back at on la jan ko your corota will into funding in 2021 election on yina because he korole muta even after the petition was sent. So
Yeah.
look, these are the same people who look at her toward this innocent lady. Well, they have a personal grudge against the guy. They have a personal grudge against Talib. Allah hadamadi will dale mankanya. Nite do Allah ete somena mante sola. Allah ente fana somena mete sola. But we have to accept that. Allah nature. This is part of the nature. Mo bete kanya no. Ni mo be kita fanka matin te sula la nyola. Wala na kurang phone saya fanga sotota. Look, more vegetarian tendering for the rest of the eternity. If more dolce fallen dole wulu dole na dolce kuran and dole jara, men be will take care of an awole kodo soto le balula men like us. Nim kuran dole man rakere binto te balula. We have to
Definitely.
create another professional to live on. So
Definitely.
Fankamal do no man soto no, there will be no employment or investment somewhere else. You see, sometimes Ntola Molka Mira Nyame is very sickening, Wally.
Yeah.
It is absolutely sickening. That is a headline because of your parents so the investment on the wale the family detail I corrale say me ana go be ba auction kan era wafi wale di located the family soroji was none of more jelebo banko ka me ana go kanaka corruption muta duma including within our midst. It is
Definitely.
abundant. The corruption
Yeah.
when they are long corruption is undone, is killing our people. Corruption of the
So
Gambia
now
economy part.
say muna mu difference oti like no difference land la daming. Adama Barrow e kodota adi imamulla. Ayadi molla kodro kas. Ayango dabo fana 5 million takaba di la molla ni dabo samba state house.
That's
Muna mu difference oti.
that almost deceptionality. You know,
No
the
lafta ka
Gambian
difference
Nyanta
because I don't know the
graduate from
difference.
this position. Yalang
I
Gambia
don't,
as a Gambian citizen on Nyanta graduate from that position. Mansakunda yaloko electional bina suti yalela. Ikaneka kodo India le ko dia la mundali jumala. Muna the previous years in market. Al diul men kuranda imam boroso lopera. Muna mansakunda ma molikina ulato wale social support ni organize ale kari family mini yaloko bulo me koben. Mansakunda ka kodo di la hanaba kala kemelule de purike fanna fawala. Nimba
yeah, but
Sakunda social
yeah,
support the
Marjane,
organized Gambia.
before you highlight like let me just say something. Yalong one thing beje, munyanda ka understand exactly. Like example, yalong kodo mengalong ko government nyanda ka di ria kansulola. Ni kon like nite mafo komi yadi example ilota platform auto you are serving a political party only elect with the like nibe west coast nko le elect dol biji carte faye mantari ila opposition party fon kono ka carte faye say another ko you opportunity soto you have the opportunity to stand in front of those people come like ila party la candidate or ka campaign with the promise of that money. What about those people who vote for you and they are not in that political party? Then
If
it
I'm
means
gonna say my very honest opinion with that one, the Area Council is not for UDP as political parties. It's for the Gambians, including those many are not going to on fire. So woman you know. So Ndengajelo is totally wrong. It's a deception in a way. Nga similarity in like Adama Barrow for Modeko, a wife in another Labirikama, answer wife in Manaka, a smart guardian on the Dana Mole. After getting election, they were not seeing any smart guardian. So this is a pure Gambian
of
way of
deception.
politics of deceptions.
Thank
You
you.
cannot bank with fuare dingole ki hamendi kuma balela. Nieme because the word that amount of money ni fuare dingole mbo konte be nyame be siri mbe batare wala ni wala na community da be menen sort la wala. Everybody think of maybe $200 it's gonna run so it is absolutely wrong. This is my honest opinion.
Thank you for that area. Anyway,
If
for the jawla be
anybody
duma
thinks
lafa for the jawla be duma lafta ka mel long wala muko ila
no,
tome
no,
ila
Parana
no no
Keba.
no
Parana, no, Parana, no,
fuma
no, no.
jare.
Why, no. Parana, no,
Nine.
no, no,
No,
no,
it's
no,
my
no, no,
okay.
not yet,
Lafta mem
not
fala
yet,
bari
not
lafta
yet,
mem
not
fala
yet.
man lamem ko to men keteng accountability jolle sotota lafta ko konti bolo nay no ko do amount men sotota lafta ko
No, Padang Kodola, Padang Kodola, Kodola Malendal train Air Force Commander, like counter attack, our band. So, the Lamara Karanding, So, Ratna Pana Bulo Kota, So,
ko
but when you
biringa
labati bila bandangana bila
yes bo
jampo,
mariane bar ko gelem beje ko fo ngo mole ko fore jawla ko nyako bar ndama fore jawla lon nende na manola na talo fangoje
well, more continue. What it is? What Tambita? What of Tambita? What of cool the candidate? Government for the Jalava, Inakadiang,
ako
Hanakadiang,
ngaje
whatever.
le ko mol kala badde fangosi ay ka bodda mala se bu ka fango bonni ngay ko abe janne de ato fore jawla
Eko wine Katla Solo Sandin Pichon is Yala for the body and don't go for the Ugaje, Airport Commando. Usama Bin Laden,
oh my
Abukaje.
god
So, location. What is
ko
this
kilinde
smart guy?
ni ko dro
Huh?
ni ko mola nyanda ka resign cha fa de mo bu ka sino non apele ko wuli kalo andu mola fa nyanda ka resign ta ma fa
No, cooking me for the ala consistency is one of the best. Yalo, Hanamadi we don't mention the kima ila constant na mendila just do that.
yeah
Yeah, you can listen to so many views. Try to evaluate both sides.
yeah
Nika media kono moja mala kadiamu. You have so many views, but ala ita
definitely
hakilo di defa sit down, evaluate, reason well. Muna nyembe nyemfolante.
yeah
Look at that person for a position order within the organization you belong to. If there's another the reason why I go for it,
okay
evaluate.
sai
Reason.
bar madjane nyanda ka jang clarify you need to little bit clarification here
No,
you do you
worry.
underrate or do you underrate us in 2026 presidential election
But tell me killer of Masati Obango Canada. Mark my word, right?
okay thank you good night
Thank you so much,
professor
man. You're welcome, man. Then all the time bloom to the state. I was gonna see down the thank you, Libya Sabna, yeah, 2031 Montalet. While I'm legalized, you're the richest party in the Gambia. But we met an legend, So, to the recap of the stories, what's my mobile phone? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I didn't do it. Na state, na sula kunyara mobile, Well, to the recap of the stories. Wally, thank you for having you tonight, Coming up time to time, make kala nala janne, And akmodo bondale nyokano. Osulani kunyara kibaro samana nyamanteng, as always. Ayamonako, Diamonyokonoko. Adama Barrow, Seedy NjiE and his CDS. Abela trapo konolde iba surveillance. If surveillance camera ulilandaka iba monitor kam. With the president ya jame irregular alany desperate audio like a member and that's a motive behind it. Mbenale to clarify more on that issues because nga summary le demanding in that. Seedy NjiE CDS charm. Adama Barrow ibela under surveillance and jame is motive behind it. Any little violence within that country will regret it. My father was blackmailed. And my father will buy bread cup. So but is a jawla barina so in the jamfala quarter. But when did my father about employment letter from Adama Barrow as promised by Musa Drame and Seedy NjiE, Interior Minister, as a kennel, my party as a bounce back knowledge before 2021 election. with the intention to have a government police use against the opposition party, especially like UDP. The IEC, the Immigration Department, Adama Barrow government, they have created a special data. What data will be deleted after 2026 presidential election. Minaja net kaufale abe kila nyadi ni bayush na nyadi. Sila ni kunyaro mo kisigis na kanaka kung betting ole. My journey in the Gambia political fraternity, I learned a lot and I reasoned a lot. I was able to gather some valid information. So I always go with my consent, and I will continue to go with my consent. So politics of deceptions, nyanta stop lale o Bangkok. Janamona tana at midnight so nyandi. That's the recap of the story. So I'll be back in due time. Karamundo dindi yalla be kiri ngani ndoko. So ni ubanda tu wamena ne kalbina be energy nyen tankla, and I will be back. Thank you so much for your time, the viewers. Many yalla ko palantero to nyala balale. Na real kabeta ninale. So until then, bye bye.